southeast Queensland, we love a downpour. In fact, recent falls have been very welcome. But there is one consequence that isn't so welcome. When the rain comes down, the weeds come up. And doesn't Colin O'Dwyer know it? Living in the Gap, his home has bared the brunt of recent rain.
I usually keep on top of them, but lately it's been just too much.
He's often guilty of whippersnippering his paver invaders, never getting to the root of the problem.
It'd be nice to have a nice clean path without every time you walk up the path you've got to bend down and pull out some weeds.
According to horticulturist Paul Plant, Colin's problem is easily fixed and he can forget those dangerous chemicals, the ones you can't pronounce and cost a fortune. For a killer concoction, look no further than your pantry.
3 very simple ingredients. You've got the vinegar, you've got the salt and dishwashing liquid.
Sound too good to be true? Well, here's how the recipe works. It's a 3-pronged attack, starting with the detergent.
And that allows the product to stick to the leaves, so it's going to work more effectively.
Round 2 is the salt.
And that changes the salt concentration in the soil, and that is not good for the root system of these weeds, and it prevents future seeds from actually germinating.
And the final line of defence, vinegar.
It's acidic, and most plants don't like acid, so you're actually burning the leaves.
Paul says the mixture is perfect for paving and rock gardens, so it could be the answer Colin's been searching for.
Colin, I've got a solution for you. Come with me to the kitchen. Let's go.
The recipe for weed-free success is 1 litre of white or brown vinegar, 1 cup of salt and just a few drops of dishwashing liquid.
Oh, that's pretty simple, isn't it?
In and stir. We need to dissolve the salt.
Salt, okay.
So this might take a few minutes.
Heating the vinegar will dissolve the salt even faster. Then just point and shoot, applying a more generous amount to those tough broadleaf weeds. Now, if that isn't easy enough, Paul says for soft foliage weeds like milk thistle, just douse them in boiled water. So if I was to pick up this kettle right here.
Yeah, hot water.
Yes, straight onto the weeds.
Straight onto the nice soft foliage weeds.
And that's all there is to it.
And that's all it is. It might take a little bit longer, but it will kill those weeds.
And the garden guru has a few more tips up his sleeve. It's best to use any weed killer in the middle of the day. When pulling weeds, place hands at the base and tug from the root. Weeds will always be easier to remove after rain or water. And finally, always wear gloves in case of allergies. Back to our homemade recipe, and Paul says there are a couple of things to be wary of. Don't spray it on or near good plants because they'll die too. And don't expect instant results. It could take between 1 and 5 days to kick in.
Like all products and all strategies to kill weeds, it does take a little time.
As for Colin, he's just pleased to say goodbye to the back-breaking pulling of the past.
So easy, isn't it?
Yep, and in a few days some of these will be dead.